There are two different ways you can access your class settings within Freshgrade. From this dashboard view, you can simply click on Class Settings. If you click on any of the subtitles, it takes you to the same place, to the main class settings page. The second way you can access your class settings is by clicking on the drop-down main menu on the right-hand side, going to Account Settings, and then clicking on Edit Class beside the class settings that you want to change. The first option is the ability to use the Canadian standards or the Alberta outcomes. When you select this option, you will be able to access the preloaded Alberta outcomes for kindergarten to grade 8. You still have the ability to create custom outcomes and choose between the two. If you don't choose to use the preloaded outcomes, you will need to create custom outcomes for yourself. The second option you see is grades and subjects. Because our accounts are loaded by the division through PowerSchool, you will not be able to select the grades in your account. However, you can change the subjects. Changing the subjects is important, especially if you're using one homeroom class for all of your gradebook. To change or add subjects, simply click on a subject name. That will open a box of options. You can clear all, select all, or select only the ones you wish. Let's add science and social studies to this class. Then we click outside of the box. Next, we see the assessment tools. Here you can choose which assessment tools you see when you are creating an activity, and you can also create a custom tool to use for all of your marking. As you can see here, there are a couple of custom tools, and the rest are default. To create a new tool, click on New Tool. Creating a new assessment tool is fairly simple. However, it is important to be sure you're happy with it before you use it in your gradebook. Once you have started using it in your gradebook, you won't be able to change it. Let's start by naming this tool. We're going to simply call it My Assessment Tool. This checkbox, Show in Tools List, allows this assessment tool to show up in the Create Activity window. Including grade calculations allows this tool to be used when calculating student and class averages. Setting a maximum value must be done if you are including this tool in grade calculations. The maximum value can be any number you wish, but may not contain decimal points. You may also select as many marks as you wish in this tool. Let's begin by looking at the icons. Icons appear in your gradebook, as well as on the student, parent, and teacher views of Portfolio. As you can see, there are many different options, so choose one that works well for you. In the text area, you must enter something. The text will appear also in all versions of the Portfolio and when you hover over a mark in the gradebook. Color adjusts the color of the text in the Portfolio views and also helps to create a bar graph within the gradebook view for an at-a-glance look at how your students are progressing. When you're ready to add another mark, simply click Add Mark and repeat the steps. Setting the maximum value should be at least as much as your top point value. It can be less and it can be more. It is important to click Save so that your tool becomes active. You will see this reminder that once you use this tool to assess any activities, you will not be able to change the point values. You will, however, be able to change the icon, text, and color. We can now see that My Assessment Tool is listed in my list of assessment tools. The next option you have is setting up categories. As you can see here, we've set a few different categories. Let's have a closer look. Clicking on any of these will allow you to have a look at the categories that are set and the weight that is assigned to them. Add a new category by clicking Add Category and typing in the name. By leaving a weighting at 0, this category will not be included in grade calculations. Setting the weighting at any other number will value that category higher or lower depending on the number. Remember again to click Save. The final setting you have access to is sharing your class. Just like you physically share your class with another teacher, you can also share their portfolios and the gradebook access with that same teacher. Simply click on Invite a Colleague and type in their email address. Then send invite. They will receive an email notification as well as a notification in their Freshgrade account. Once they become a shared colleague, they will be able to access the gradebook as well as all of the student portfolios. Again, it is super important to click Save.